Hello. Go. Orangeville Flyers versus the Oakville Rangers. Game 1 of the 2026 Silver Stick. Randall steps in to take the face off of the Flyers. Bouncing puck picked up by Randall. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Randall lets a shot go. Bad save by the Oakville goaltender. Quick start by the Flyers. Randall back in for the face-off. Bouncing puck, Randall. Gets that to Gower. Gower backs away at the point. Way winds up, lets a shot go. Pad save, kick to the near corner. Gower shovels that behind the net. The Rangers pick it up and bring it out to the far side. Hit the break. Up the near wing. Passed out over the blue line, down the right wing. Got the red line and lifted it into the Flyer zone. Sloan. Back to pick it up. Lunny helps. Randall drags the puck out of the crowd. Brings it out the right side. Through center ice, in over the Rangers blue line. Randall kicks off a poke check, gets another shot off. Gower was open on the inside wing. Randall to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll turn and fire behind the boards, or behind the Rangers net to the far side. Lunny on his man. Pressuring in deep. Rangers spinning around, send it up the near side. Pressure those. Jeffrey Stedman back at center ice. He'll send it across to Felix. Up to DeCamillis at center. Rangers pick it off. Felix does a good, or DeCamillis does a good job keeping it on the outside. DeCamillis bumps his man. I think he's going to the box for that one. Flyers penalty, number 7, Luca DeCamillis. 2 minutes for body contact. 8:34 to go in the first period. By Kelly. He'll take it out the right side. Out over the blue line to center ice. Rangers strip it there. Send it back towards the Flyers blue line. Kelly kept it out. It's a good backhand. Shovels it into the Rangers zone. Minute 30 to go on the penalty. Kelly in on the forecheck. Rangers play it around. Andrade will bring it up the right wing. Through center in over the Flyers blue line up the middle. Felix turns, fires it off the far wing to the blue line and out. Rangers send it right back in the Flyers zone. Andrade turns and fires it down the right side. Deep into the Rangers' far corner. Kelly pressuring. Rangers bring it up the right wing. Through center. Stopped there by Way. Rangers lifted into the Flyers zone. Way picks it up. Misfired. Savory gets it to the far half boards, but that's about it. Savory pokes it to Telford. Just out of his reach, and the Rangers send it to the far corner. Rangers out front. Way blocks a shot to Nickel in the near wing. He'll turn, fire it down the wing, all the way into the Rangers territory. 30 seconds to go on the penalty. Telford in on the forecheck. Rangers passed out through the middle. Telford picks that up and brings it right back in the zone. Telford pressuring behind the net. Rangers play to the far corner. To the half, boards out so over the blue line to center ice. Nickel gets run over but slows down the play. Rangers in over the Flyers blue line. Through the middle, Way with a good stick. Shovel to the blue line. Back to even strength. DeCamillis out of the box. To the net. Way picks it up, brings it out to the far side. Off the boards to Lunny. Lunny up through center, down the right side, and over the blue line. Takes it to the corner. Gets the breaks, gets tripped up, no call. Rangers play behind the net to the near side. Back behind the net to the far half boards. Sloan pinching, kicks it in. Gets it on a stick and sends it to the corner. Hunter. Rangers end up playing it up through center. And over the Flyers blue line to the near wing. Behind the net. We'll throw it out front. Loose puck shot. Nooks makes the save and holds on to it for the whistle. 5:19 to go in the first period. Randall in for the faceoff. One back by the Rangers to the blue line. Randall pressuring. Rangers played off the boards. Out in the middle. Lunny got a good stick on that. Rangers send it back in deep to the Flyers zone. Jeffrey Stedman around the near side for Gower. He'll step around one and bring it up through center. Gower in over the blue line. Shakes off the defender. Where's the interference call? Randall steps into his man. Picks up the loose puck. Walks out front. To Lunny on his backhand. Back to Randall in front. Loose puck picked up by the Rangers. Long lead pass through center. Lost it over the Flyers blue line. Jeffrey Stedman picks it up. Waits for his forwards to change. Back to Sloan, across to Jeffrey Stedman. Up the left side for Gower. He'll bring it in over the blue line. Gower centering attempt off the skate of the Rangers into the near corner. They played it behind the net out the far side. Randall with a good stick, drags it out towards the middle. Shakes off to Andrade with the puck. Throws it on net off the blocker behind the net. Randall bumps his man, Andrade, and Randall comes up with it. Brings it out the far side to the corner. Rangers pass it up to their blue line and out to center. Savory's there. Passed across to Felix. Picked off there by the Rangers. They'll walk it into the zone. Thrown on net. Milk steers it wide. Savory picks up the loose puck behind his goal out front. Lead pass for Kelly. Cross ice for DeCamillis over the blue line. He gets bumped. Gets the puck in deep though. DeCamillis draws a penalty. The Rangers touch it for the whistle. Rangers 2 minutes for interference. 3:35 to go in the first period. The Flyers go to their power play. Andrade steps in to take the face-off. Back by the Rangers. They'll play it behind the net to the near corner. Kelly sends it back in for Andrade. Rangers get it behind their net. DeCamillis steps in. Rangers fire it to the near corner. Savory pinching. Sends it back in deep. Rangers find a hole. They'll send that down the right side. All the way into the Flyers territory. Felix back to pick it up in the near side. Felix lost his neck guard. He's got to get off. Up to DeCamillis at the blue line. DeCamillis lead pass for Kelly in over center. He'll get the Rangers blue line. Cuts to the near side. Poke check. Kelly back to keep it on hold of it. Andrade steps in. Rangers come up with it. Shot dumped down through the middle to the far corner of the Flyers territory. Way back to pick it up. Flyers forwards get a change. Way. He'll take it up through center himself. Gets the blue line. Takes it to the near corner behind the net. Out the far side. Way. Shovels it up to Sloan. The ref gets nailed. Dumped on net. Gloved down by the Rangers defense. They'll take it to the far corner. 40 seconds to go in the penalty. Nickel. For Hunter, shot. Off the pad and drifted wide of the net. Sloan in deep. Off the corner, the referee gets in the way. Nickel shovels it back to the corner. Rangers play it up the near wing. That'll do it for the penalty. Back to 5-on-5, way back in his own end to pick up the loose puck. Play. Cross ice for Hunter. Hunter settles it down, gets the blue line. Rangers clear it out almost immediately. Back to Hunter along the near wing. Rangers at center. Lunny, they intercepted it to the Rangers. They'll bring it in over the blue line. Passed across. And the Flyers are going back to the penalty box. Steps in for the faceoff. Rangers win that one. Played back to the point. Cross to the near side. Shot through traffic. Milks makes a save. Rebound. Milks comes across with the save. Holds onto it for the whistle. And the net's off. One minute to go in the first period. Lunny back in for the faceoff. One back by the Rangers to the point. They'll play that in deep to the corner. Centering attempt off Felix. He'll get that off the boards to the blue line, but not out. Rangers keep it in. At the faceoff circle, thrown wide of the net. Jam play out front. Cleared out by Jeffrey Stedman into the near wing. Rangers to the opposite point. Out front, shot. Missed everybody to the near corner. Gower holding his man along the boards. Jeffrey Stedman gets it behind the net for Lunny. He'll bring it up to the far wing for Felix. Back to Lunny. Lunny through center. He'll cut across to the near side. Gets a shot off, but deflected wide off the Rangers defenseman. Rangers in deep. Lunny pressuring. 15 seconds to go in the period. Rangers up to their blue line, passed up to center ice. Stop there, and some would say that was offside. Rangers at the near corner. Gower got a handle on it, turns and fires it down. That'll do it for the first period. All right, here we go to start. Randall steps in to take the face-off for the Flyers. Won by the Rangers. They'll bring it in over the right side. Wade pressuring, keeps his man on the outside. Fired behind the net to the near corner. Pass intercepted by DeCamillo. He'll get a handle on that one. Turn fired all the way down on Knight. Randall pressuring. Goaltender plays it up to his defense. They'll bring it behind the net to the near corner. Long lead pass past everybody. Icing waved off. Way in the far corner. Ties his man up. Rangers throw it out front. Savory gets it to the blue line, but not out. Rangers across to the near wing. Lines up, shot. Blocker saved by Milks. Rebound. Kicked out front. That missed everybody. DeCamillo picks up the loose puck. 5 seconds to go in the penalty. DeCamillo off the boards on target. Rangers goaltender plays it again. DeCamillo still pressuring up the near wing. Randall, Savory to DeCamillo, winds up shot. Sailed it just over the net. Hunter out of the box to the far corner. Just over skated it. Rangers up the wing. They'll clear the blue line. Randall picks it up at center ice. Steps around one. Cuts back towards the middle, in over the blue line. Randall to the far corner. Puck's out front. Backhand, couldn't settle it down. That puck will come all the way to the blue line and out. Hunter slows his man down. Jeffrey Stedman picks up the loose puck. Outlet pass to Randall. To Kelly and over the blue line. Kelly lets a shot go. Well, down and held for the whistle. Drady in for the face-off. Rangers win that to the far corner. They'll play it behind the net to the near side. DeCamillo's pressuring. Rangers out over the blue line. We'll say that was touched. Jeffrey Stedman back to pick it up on the far side. He'll play it off the boards for Andrade. Up to Kelly at the blue line. He'll get it to center and dump back off of him. He'll shovel it towards the Rangers blue line and in the zone. Kelly still pressuring. Gets it to the far corner. Shakes off his man. Picks up the loose puck behind the net. Puck's out front, centering pass, Andrade bouncing, shot, glove down in the blue paint, loose puck picked up by the Rangers. They'll bring that out. DeCamillo in the net, finally get a whistle that was heard by a few people. So DeCamillo is in the box. The Rangers player in the box. Offsetting Miners. Back to Savory. Played out front. Loose puck in the middle. Shot. Nooks makes a save. Played up the wing to the blue line. Held there by the Rangers. Telford. Nickel in. Battling it. Rangers come up with it to the far or near corner. Centering pass, backhand shot. Nooks makes a save, rebound. Quick whistle. And Nichols going to the box. Flyers penalty number 97, Cade Nickel, 2 minutes for roughing. 7:17 to go in the second period. Hunter steps in to take the face-off. Hunter wins it back. Savory off the boards to the blue line. Kicked out by Telford. Telford and Hunter pressuring. Hunter got out. Blocker save, rebound, sits there. Cleared out of the way. And the Rangers strike first with a short power play goal. Randall in for the face-off. Won by the Rangers. They'll bring it back in over the Flyers blue line to the near wing. Rangers out front, backhand shot. Noakes holds on to that one for the whistle. Randall steps in to take the draw. He'll get a piece of that to the near corner for Way. Way around the boards for Gower. Back into the corner for Way. Up to the blue line. Randall left that for Gower. Gower brings it out over the center ice. And over the left wing. Bit of a hook there, no call. Gower gets it to Lunny. Lunny takes it to the corner, hits the brakes. Lunny trying to find a play. Lost. Rangers pick it up. Lunny gets driven into the net. Face-off will come just outside the zone. Randall steps in to take the face-off. Rangers get waved out. Rangers win it back in over the blue line. Off the far boards, Gower just out of his reach. Rangers down the right side, lifted into the far corner of the Flyers territory. Sloan back to collect it. Gets it to the near corner for Lunny. Lunny off the boards, the half boards. Rangers are there to keep it in. Sloan bumps his man, gets the puck. To Lunny. Lunny to Randall. Randall had a stick check, comes out front. Gower couldn't clear the zone. Rangers around Way, shot. Noakes makes the save. That was a quick whistle. Flyers got away with one there. Flyers have changed their players. Andretti steps in to take the face-off. Andretti wins it back to Felix. He'll send it around the near wing to DeCamillis, who picks it up at the half boards. DeCamillis across to Andretti at center. Andretti in over the blue line through traffic, still has it. Walks out, shot. That hit his stick and drifted wide of the net. Andretti and Felix are tied up. All right. Rangers down the left side in over the Flyers blue line. Centering pass. That shot was wide. Rebound to the blue line. Misfire. Andretti to Kelly. Kelly down the right side. Off the boards, gets it in deep. He gets tied up. DeCamillis picks up the loose puck and brings it to the corner. Rangers strip it there, bring it behind the net to the far side. Centering attempt. He missed. DeCamillis picks up the loose puck. Throws it out front. Shot by Kelly. Missed just wide. Andretti gets a bit of a shot from behind. Gets the puck to Felix at the point. Shot. He missed wide. Telford on the rebound at the far half boards. We'll step around one. Telford out front off the post. That bounced high into the near side. Telford on it. Rangers up the near wing. They'll clear that to center. Felix picks it up. Brings it back in just offside. 4:11 to go in the second period. Nickel in for the face-off. Wins that one back all the way to his blue line. Way back to collect it. He'll send it up the center. The Rangers play right back in the Flyer zone. Rangers shot from a steep angle. That hit a stick. Nooks makes the save, keeps it out. Loose puck in front of the Flyers net. Savory clears it to the near wing for Telford. Rangers get there first out front. Way to Nickel to the far corner. Rangers misplay. That'll go all the way into the Rangers' end. Icing waved off. Telford pressuring with Hunter behind the net. Rangers play to the far corner. That'll roll up to the half boards. Played to Way at center ice. Way lets a shot go on target. Scooped up and played by the Rangers goaltender. Flyers pressuring. Telford got a stick on it, but the Rangers get there first. Play it behind the net to the far corner. Hunter has that hop over his stick. Way attacking. Rangers come up with it down the right side and over the blue line. Rangers passed across in front of the second attacker. Thrown out front. Way lifts a stick at the last second. Rangers still with possession deep in the Flyer zone. Way hard around the boards. That'll come up to center ice. Rangers regroup in the neutral zone. They're changing. Randall strips it. He'll bring it down through center and over the blue line. Randall settles it down, gets it to the far blue line, holds it. Randall through traffic, past the puck. Rangers strip it. They'll bring it up through center. Sloan to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll play it to the Rangers, who bring it right back in the zone. Shot from the blue line. Milks gloves it and holds on for the whistle. Pass the puck. Randall back in for the faceoff. Randall won it off the ref's feet. He'll play it behind the net. Jeffrey Stedman around the far wing. That'll clear the zone. Rangers dump it right back in. Randall back to settle it down. Stripped there by the Rangers. Milks poke checks it just out at the last second. Sloan behind the net. Gets it to Gower. Gower up the middle to Randall. Tip to Lunny. He'll bring it down the right side. Lunny and over the blue line. Cutting to the middle. Slow play. Shot. Scores! Flyers goal scored by number 19, Ethan Lunny. That'll tie us up at 1 with 1:50 to go in the second period. Andretti steps in for the faceoff. Rangers won it all the way back in their own end. Kelly pressuring. Rangers in the far corner. Kelly almost stripped it. Rangers played behind the net to the near side. Spinning. Changing direction. Still stuck in deep in their zone. Deep Mills steps into pressure. Rangers off the wing. They'll get that to center ice. Andretti strips it. Gets it to Felix. He'll play that back to Savory. Savory up to Kelly at center ice. Rangers dump it back in the Flyers' end. In over the blue line down the right side. Centering attempt. Stripped there by Andretti. He'll get that to Savory in the corner. Rangers up to the point. They'll let a shot go. Saved by Milks. Rebound to the far corner. Rangers walked out front. Misplayed. Felix. He'll clear that up to center ice. Rangers back in over the Flyers' blue line to the near corner. Felix picks it up. He'll take it behind the net. 45 seconds to go in the period. Felix off the wing to Kelly. He lifts that to the blue line, but not out. Back to Kelly. Lead pass for DeCamillis in over the blue line. He'll take it wide to the corner as the rest of his line changes. He gets bumped off. Rangers to their blue line just under the stick at Telford. Nickel pressuring at center ice. Rangers lifted into the Flyers zone behind their net. Sloan back to pick it up. Settles it down. 15 seconds to go in the period. Sloan to Telford on the right side. Cross ice to Hunter at center ice. He'll bring it down the left wing and over the blue line. Played across. Off a nickel to the near boards. That'll do it for the second period. Here we go to start the third period. Game tied at 1. Nichols steps in to take the face-off for the Flyers. He wins that back to the near side for Way. Way back in his own end. Sets it up. Long lead pass from Telford. Off the backhand. Rangers pick it up and send it down the far wing. Lost there at the Flyers' blue line. Telford and Nichols battling to keep the puck out of the zone. Rangers pick it up. 2-on-1. Passed across. Shot. Nooks makes the save. Rebound. Played out front, cleared up to the blue line by Telford, kept in by the Rangers, shot through traffic, that missed wide. Way on his man, behind the Flyers net, out front, shot kept out by Milks. Way to the far corner, near corner, around the boards. Rangers, shot wide of the net, rebound goes to the far side. Centering attempt off a Nichols skate, goes back into the corner. Telford. Battling, Rangers played off the boards to the blue line. Throw it on net. Shot blocked in front. Rebound. Picked up by Way. He'll get that through center ice. Way in over the Rangers zone. Cuts to the near side. Shot. That didn't make it to the net. The Rangers pick it up. They'll turn fire down the ice for icing. Randall in for the faceoff. Randall wins it. Lunny walks in. Sees some net. Scores! First, second goal of the game. Flyers goal scored by number 19, Ethan Lunny. Assisted by number 13, Logan Randall. 13:38 to go in the third period. Randall back in for the faceoff. One forward by the Rangers. Jeffrey Stedman back in his own end to pick it up. Played off the boards to Gower down the left side. Gower across to Lunny. Just hopped over a stick. Lunny gets it to the far corner, but the Rangers are there to pick it up. Rangers to the half boards. They'll play that out over their blue line down the left wing. Center ice in over the Flyers blue line. Drop there. Shot on target. Nooks made the save. Keeps it out. Felix. He'll bring it up the left side. Shovels it towards the Rangers blue line before he gets taken out. Rangers on the left wing in over the Flyers blue line. They'll send it behind the net to the near corner. Jeffrey Stedman just missed it. Rangers play it back. Andrade regroups behind his net. Pass intended for Randall, just out of his reach. Rangers dump it back in over the Flyers blue line. Andrade to Jeffrey Stedman. Across to Felix. Up to Andrade at center. DeCamillis gets a piece of it before he's hauled down and over the blue line. Andrade pressuring. Rangers at center ice. Up the right side, lifted into the Flyers blue line to the near corner. Jeffrey Stedman. It's the breaks, has a look. Plays it behind the net to the far corner for Sloan. Sloan picks it up. Lifts that up through the middle, picked off by the Rangers. They're in over the blue line. Thrown on net, missed wide. Nooks keeps that to the far corner. Jeffrey Stedman around the boards for the blue line and out. Icing waved off. Rangers back to collect it. DeCamillis pressuring. Overskated by the Rangers. DeCamillis gets a piece of it before he's driven into the boards. Telford stepping in to help. Puck's frozen, so that'll get a whistle. 11:37 to go in the third period. Nickel in for the faceoff. One clean, Savory at the blue line. lets a shot go through traffic. That hit a player. Rangers shovel that to their blue line and out down the right side. In over the Flyers' blue line. Shot from a steep angle, missed. Rangers up the near side. Thrown out front. Intercepted. Nickel sends that off the backside of Hunter. Rangers dump it back in the zone. Savory to Nickel. Nickel around the boards. Not out. Rangers pick it up. Back to the blue line. Hunter pressuring. Gets a piece of it through the middle. Just behind Telford. The Rangers send it right back in the Flyer zone to the far corner. Nickel. Up to Telford at the half boards. His pass picked off before it cleared the zone. Shot on net. Nooks makes a save and steers it to the near side. Savory off the boards for Hunter. Hunter down the left wing. He'll get the blue line. Hunter from a steep angle. Shot. He scores! Flyers goal scored by number 96, Carter Hunter. 10:33 to go in the third period. Randall steps in to take the face-off. Won that cleanly back to his own blue line. Jeffrey Stedman off the boards for Gower. That hopped over his stick, and the Rangers send it back towards the Flyer zone. In over the blue line, through the middle. Picked off there by Lunny. He'll get it to the far corner. Lunny plays it behind his net. Jeffrey Stedman gets it to the near corner. The Rangers are on it. We'll drag it out. Behind the Flyers' goal. Tried to send it out the far side. Lunny kept that behind his net. Randall gets it back to the near side. Right off the boards, Rangers kept it in. Shot, that missed just wide. Rebound to the far corner. Lunny at the far half boards. Rangers pick it up. Good stick by Felix. Gets the puck to the blue line. Kick to Randall from his skates to his stick. He'll bring it up through center ice. Passed across for Lunny. They're offside. Oh, that was blown quick. Lunny didn't touch it, but the refs thought he did. And Trady steps in for the faceoff. Just outside the Rangers zone. Rangers win it all the way back into the far corner. DeCamillis pressuring. Rangers played around the boards to the blue line. Felix there to send it right back in. Rangers bobbled it. DeCamillis comes up with it. Eyes up his man. Yeah, Andrade steps in to help. Rangers get a piece of it. They'll pass it over the blue line up through center ice. And then over the right side of the Flyers' territory. Pass through the middle. Misfired. Andrade with the puck deep in his own end. Stick handling in the corner. Gets it to Jeffrey Stedman. Off the net. Milks comes across, pad save, rebound. Sits there in front. Milks will jump on the rebound to cover it for the whistle. Bit of a misplay by the Flyers there. Could have cost them. Andrade back in for the faceoff. Rangers cutting around the faceoff circle, backhand, tipped in front. Milks with a good stick after that was deflected. Rebound shot off the pad. Milks kicks it to the far corner. Andrade up to the blue line, but not out. Rangers with another shot. Way blocks it. Sloan trying to get a piece of it. Way slaps it out of his hand. Shot off the side of the net. Nobody's going for it now. Sloan off the boards for DeCamillis. That was just behind him. Played out front by the Rangers. Kelly couldn't settle it down. Shot drifted wide, way hard around the boards. That'll clear the zone, go to center ice. Kelly pressuring. Rangers pass it across to the left side to the Flyers blue line and in. Through traffic. Rangers caught the Flyers changing. Telford picks up the loose puck. He'll skate out of his zone. Pass across. Hits the Rangers player in the mask. Kelly picks up the loose puck. Rangers clear that down the ice. Icing waved off. Savory back to pick it up in his own end. 7:45 to go in the period. Savory to the blue line. That'll clear the zone. Rangers bring it right back in over the far side. Loose puck. Flyers swiping at it. Milks stops on it for the whistle. Sloan's getting a little bit of shove after the whistle goes. Nickel in for the faceoff, deep in his own end. Rangers win it clean. Back to the point. To the far corner. Thrown out front. Milks with a stick. Nickel turns and fires. That won't have the legs for icing. Hunter gets there first, gets a shot off. Goes hard into the boards. He's okay. Rangers up the far wing. Nickel at the blue line. Kept it in. Sends it back to the corner. Hunter, he's peeling off for a change. He felt that one. Rangers pick it up, bring it down the left side. Pass across the middle. In over the Flyers blue line. To the opposite side. Couldn't get the shot off. Rangers still with possession deep in the Flyers territory to the far corner shot. He looks out the post sealed and holds on for the whistle. Randall steps in to take the face-off. He gets out to the far boards. Jeffrey Stedman to Randall. Under pressure, Randall tripped up, drags it to the blue line, but not out. Rangers couldn't get the shot off. Randall got a piece of it. Shot. Milks makes a save. Gower picks up the loose puck. Sends it up to Randall, not out of the zone. Lunny. I'm pretty sure that might have been out. Rangers with a shot wide of the net. Rebound comes in their half boards. Rangers dumped it in behind the net to the far corner. Laid back in deep. Rangers out front. Backhand. Way got a piece of it. Loose puck bounces up through the middle. Lunny gets that to the blue line, but not out. Rangers back in deep to the corner. He gets taken down. Randall without a stick has to leave it. Broken. Randall changes hardware. Rangers play to the near wing. Gower picks it up, brings it down the left side. Gower in over the blue line, lets a shot go, steered wide of the net. Randall with the wraparound attempt, just not out front enough. Rangers cleared to the blue line. Lunny strips it. He'll bring it right back over the zone. Takes it to the far corner, hits the brakes. Kicks it back to his sticks. DeCamillis reaching for it, just couldn't hold on to the zone. Rangers in over the Flyers blue line through the middle. Shot. Milks covers it. Rebound cleared behind the net to the near corner by Felix. Rangers on the loose puck. Just over 5 minutes to go in the period. Andretti picks it up, brings it down the left side, gets center ice, dumps it along the boards behind Rangers net. DeCamillis pressuring. Rangers cleared up the far wing. Rangers in over the left side of the Flyers territory. Felix with some solid D clears the zone. Back in for Andretti. He'll play it to Way. Way behind the back for Felix in the opposite wing. Felix up the boards to DeCamillis at the blue line, but not out. Rangers center it. Way with a good stick, gets it to Felix. Felix off the boards. Back to DeCamillis, still not out. Got to pass those a little harder. Way misfires. Rangers behind the net. Felix with a good stick gets it to Andretti. To the blue line for Kelly, but not out. Rangers fired wide of the net to the far corner. 4:15 to go in the period. Felix to DeCamillis. He takes a run at his man this time. Felix with the puck on the far boards. Rangers dug it out. Shot. Blocker saved by Milks. To Felix in the far corner. Felix, he'll just skate it to the blue line, lift it up through the middle. Down. That'll go for icing. 3:54 to go in the third period. Flyers need another man out there. Coach, somebody pay attention. Randall comes out. Nickel gets waved out of the face-off circle. Telford steps in to take it. Telford wins it to the far corner. Shavery turns, fires it hard around the near wing. Held there at the half boards by the Rangers. They'll throw it on net, tipped wide of the net. Sloan, backhand to Nickel in the near side. Randall steps in, comes up with it. Randall off the boards around the defenseman. Randall picks it up. Randall in deep, he gets bumped. Shot on net, steered wide to the near side. Rangers played around the far corner. Sloan pinching. Holds it at the half boards. Sloan dumps it in deep. To the far corner. Rangers pick it up behind their net. Up the middle. Randall. With a good back check. Breaks up that rush by the Rangers. He'll bring it all the way back and behind his net. Hits the brakes. It's hauled down. Randall along the boards. Nickel and Sloan step in. Randall gets to his feet. He'll break out down the right wing. Randall through the middle. Runs out of room. Nickel backhands that to Telford at the blue line. He'll bring it around. Telford cuts around one defense. Flyers are changing. It's Telford with the shot. Cleared wide by the Rangers. Out to Lunny at the slot. He'll send that to Felix. Felix turns, fires, bouncing puck. Out front, Nickel swipes at it. And the goaltender holds onto it for the whistle. .2:32 to go in the third period. Flyers holding on to a 3-1 lead. And Trady in for the faceoff. Won by the Rangers right to Lunny. He keeps it in the zone. Felix, good job at the blue line. Gets it to the far boards. Dumped out front by the Rangers. Andrade pressuring Rangers up the far wing. To the blue line, but not out. Andrade lifted his stick. Drives it back to the corner. Centers it for Lunny. Lunny tried to get it to Gower, who was a little late getting into the zone. Rangers passed up through the middle. In over the Flyers blue line, offside. 2 minutes to go in the period. Keep an eye on the Rangers goaltender. Trying to make it to the bench for that extra attacker. And Trady with the win, back to Jeffrey Stedman. He'll send that to Gower at center ice. Gower down the left wing. Lifted just over the blue line. Rangers bring that back behind their goal. Play to the far wing. Fast across, almost picked off by Lunny. Gower does a good job keeping it in. Shot just over the net. Rangers passed up through the middle to center ice. Jeffrey Stedman settles that down. Plays across to Felix. Felix to Andrade at center. He'll bring it in over the Rangers blue line to the far corner. Andrade to Lunny. Lunny out front for Gower. He gets hammered from behind. Shot by Lunny from, Andrade from a steep angle. Missed wide. Lunny to Felix. He throws it on net, deflected wide. Goaltender without a stick, and Gower on his man. Gives his player a little shove. Lunny out front, shot. He scores first. Patrick. Flyers goal scored by number 19, Ethan Lunny. Assisted by number 18, Colton Gower. 59.1 seconds to go in the third period. Randall steps in for the draw, one back to Way. Way off the left wing to Kelly, just out of his reach. Rangers clear that up to center. They'll bring it in over the Flyers blue line. Way slows them down. Rangers in the far corner. Throw through the middle. Missed everybody, comes to the near half boards. Rangers shot blocked by Way off the skate. Rebound. Sits there. Sloan Plays it behind the net to Randall. He gets tripped up big time. And a late shot. And the Rangers are going to the box. For at least 2. You got 4, double minor for the knee on knee. Randall steps in for the face-off with 29.5 seconds to go in the third period. Rangers win it behind their net to the near side. Dump down the ice. Milks keeps that on the outside. Felix back to collect it with 15 seconds to go. Felix to the near side for Randall. Randall overskated it, hits the brakes, takes it back, plays behind the net to Felix in the far corner. Back behind for Randall, and that'll do it for the game. Flyers win 4-1.